Hello and welcome to Behind the Music for Daily Hope, and happy August. We're continuing through the final portion of our Immeasurably More series, and Ephesians is shifting a little bit from all the great things that God has for us, love, all this immeasurable stuff that we've been learning about, to how we can apply that to our Christian walk now. The strength and the support and the foundation that we have because we know that we have so much immeasurably more than we can ask or think. So for the first portion of this, we were singing a theme song, The Love of God. And I hope that those words are really burned into your head to help you remember that it's just so expansive and it's for us and there's nothing that we have to do. We just have that love. But I've selected another song for us to have for the month of August as we continue through this series. And it's one you might know, and it's one you might not. But either way, by the time we get done singing it for a few weeks, I hope it's going to be one of your favorites. It's called In Christ Alone, and this is a relatively new hymn on the music scene. It was written in 2002 by the British songwriter Stuart Townend. He collaborated with a person who has now become his friend, Getty. This was their first collaboration together, and from that point, they've just sort of become this team of writing these great, great hymns and songs of faith. And so I was reading a little bit about their philosophy when it comes to writing music. So many of the hymns that we have, we can't actually know what those people wrote because that was hundreds of years ago or whatever, and we have an idea. Sometimes they wrote a little bit about it, but these people are still living and breathing and talking about the music and why they're writing it the way they are. So that was pretty cool for me. And there's a quote here that I wanted to share with you by Townend, and he says, "Sometimes great melodies are let down by indifferent or cliched words. It's the writer's job to dig deep into the meaning of scriptures and express in poetic and memorable ways the truth he or she finds there. Knowing the truth about God and who we are in Him is central to our lives as believers. Songs remain in the mind in a way sermons do not, so songwriters have an important role and a huge responsibility." So they're writing these hymns and these songs that they want to be used both in worship when we come together corporately to raise our voices in song and praise, but also something that you can take back home for your own personal devotion time. And they really are drawing on the truth in the scriptures and trying to incorporate that into their music. And I think it really comes through in these beautiful texts, in these very singable melodies, and I love some of the new music that they're writing. So I'm very excited that we get to do this together here at Victory. I'll play it for you in just a minute, but let me read you the first verse. "In Christ alone my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my song. This cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when strivings cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand." So that's what we're going to be working on now as we continue through Ephesians. We're taking this love that we now have the confidence that is ours, we're going to stand on it, and we're going to find ways for it to help us be better Christians. So I hope you learn to love this song if you don't already, and I look forward to being with you again next week.